Second half, City SC taking on 7 Elite Academy. That ball kicked from Nolan, brought down by Zach, picked up by Jacob. Jacob over to Zach. Zach back to Jacob. Jacob in the middle to Nolan. Nolan takes a man, turns to his left-hand side, plays it wider left over to Henry. Henry plays it up over to Owen. Owen trying to get to Liam, not there, recovers his own bobbled pass, and White emerges with the ball, bottom of the circle, right-hand side now. Owen challenging, ball stopped by Tommy. Tommy to Nolan. Nolan, L-roll, away from the ball, plays it over to the far left-hand side, getting to Feddy. Feddy chests the ball down, resets it back over to Henry. Henry to Nolan. Nolan, all the way back to Josh. Josh to Henry. Henry, under pressure, gets the ball. Oh, intended for Owen. And that ball is going to roll. Foul called against Henry. It's essentially a corner kick. The foul was right there by the corner flag. Ref making a couple of checks, gives the signal, run up to the ball, 4 steps up high to the far post, over the head, and it will be Zach who keeps it in bounds. Zach to Jacob. Jacob back to Zach. Zach slows it down. Ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be blue throw-in. Ball thrown, headed up by Zach, recovered by White. Tyson tried to get it on it. Owen tackles the ball away. Bottom of the circle, left-hand side, gets it over to Feddy. Feddy slows the ball down, puts it to Owen. Owen, a 1-2 up on the left-hand side again to Feddy. Feddy down by the corner flag, settles the ball down just outside the box. Lays the ball off over to Tommy, who crosses it inside the box to Liam. Liam to Nolan. Nolan swings it to the right-hand side, waiting for Zach. Zach, back to Nolan. Nolan, 20 yards out, just outside the box, lays it off over the right-hand side over to Zach. Zach crosses the ball inside the box and cleared out by White. It will be blue throw-in. Ball chested down by Abe. Abe turns to his left-hand side, top left corner of the box, lays it off over to Liam. Liam turns to his left, just outside the box, top of the D, dispossessed. And White now on the counterattack. Tyson hustling down to get the edge. He gets the edge and places the ball back to the feet of Josh. Nolan plays it to Jacob. Back to Nolan. Nolan feigns a pass, gets it up over to Zach on the right-hand side. Zach settles the ball down, turns back, dispossessed. Nolan with the tackle. Zach gets it over to Jacob. Jacob against the right-hand side line, going 1v1, still with it, brings the ball over, and a foul called against Jacob. Top of the attacking third, it will be bottom of the defensive third for White.
Watch here, Jake, watch here. Henry, watch.
Ball up high past midfield, brought down by Nolan at the bottom of the circle to Owen. Owen gets the ball on the left-hand side to Tommy. Tommy's ball deflected, recovered by White, and a handball called against White. It'll be blue free kick, top left side of the circle. Nolan will be taking the free kick. Ball kicked up to the far right-hand side. Oh, it was on target and stopped by the keeper. Going to near the top left corner of the net. Ball drop kick, bounced it. Henry challenging. White on the right-hand side trying to turn the corner. Henry dislodges the ball. White brings it in, and Josh is able to stop it. And players are screaming at each other, not sure why. Ball rolled out over to the right-hand side over to Jacob. Jacob dodges the tackle, lays it off on the right-hand side over to Zack. Zack to Jacob. Jacob to Abe. Abe dispossessed. Owen lets the ball roll. Gets possession, swings over to the far left-hand side looking for Tommy. And it rolls out of bounds. White throw in. Bottom of their middle third, left-hand side. Feddy gets the ball over to Liam, brought down by Tyson. Tyson on the ground up the gut over to Abe. Abe's one touch deflected at, gets it over the right-hand side waiting for Zack. Zack slows the ball down, gets it over to Jacob. Jacob to Nolan. Nolan to Zack. Zack cuts on the inside to Nolan. Nolan lays it out again on the right-hand side over to Zack. Zack crosses the ball. Oh, almost to Tommy. White clears it out. Second bounce. It's going to go all the way to Tyson, who dumps it up over to Jake. Jake one touch to Abe. Abe one touch to Zack. Zack down the line over to Liam. And that ball is kicked out of bounds, and the call is blue throw-in. And it looks like blue is making a couple of substitutes. Looks like Nolan is coming off. Owen, no, Nolan is coming off. Feddy coming off and Abe coming off. Kriyan coming on, Ian coming on, and Miles coming on. Jacob to Ian. Not the touch he wanted, it'll be White throw-in. White making a substitution. Ball thrown in for White. Owen challenges. Miles challenging. Miles somehow still with the ball, and the keeper diving in there to stop it. It'll be drop kick here from White over to the far right-hand side. Over that, ooh. And a foul called by the assistant referee, not by the ref. Henry dislodges the ball, gets it over to Tommy. Tommy crossing midfield on the left-hand side with plenty of space, plays it up over to Jason. Jason down the left line, no, stopped. Ball cleared by White, picked up by Tyson. Tyson to Kriyan. Kriyan over to Jake on the right-hand side. Jake about 10 yards past midfield on the right. His pass stuffed, but recovers and he resets back over to Tyson. Tyson under a bit of pressure resets back over to Josh, who's the bottom of the middle third. Gets the ball over to Henry. Henry to Ian. Ian back over to Josh. Josh right-footed to the left-hand side over the head of Tommy. It'll be White throw-in. White throwing in front of their own bench. Tommy dislodges the ball, gets it to the feet of Tyson, who clears it up with his right foot. Headed down by White though. Jacob settles the ball down, puts it in the center to Ian. Ian to Kriyan. Kriyan past midfield. A pass trying to get up to Zack. White will get there first. They reset to their keeper, who clears it up from the 6-yard line. Brought down, nice touch by White. And then cleared up the left side. Tyson under duress. Lays it softly to Ian. Ian at midfield. Plays it back to Henry. Henry up the center to Owen. Owen under pressure, taking on 2 men. Owen still with the ball, moving to the left-hand side. Top of the middle third, cuts to the inside. Switches the field over to the right. A little bit too far. Zack almost there, and that ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be goal kick for White. Ball back in play. Miles at striker, putting pressure. Zack putting pressure. Miles toes the ball. White will recover though. Ian challenging. A ball on the right-hand side. Tommy hustling to cut off the corner. Ball crossed over by White. Jacob clears the ball out dangerously. And it will be corner kick for White. Signal from White, 2 steps over to the far post and cleared out by Jake, brought down by Miles. Second touch won by White. White from the right-hand side. Ball bouncing back around. Jason picks up the ball, dodges a tackle, gets the ball back over to Henry. Henry cuts the ball back, nice move, lays it off over to Ian. Ian back over to Tyson. Tyson to Ian. Ian to Kriyan. Kriyan under duress. Dislodges the ball. Ian emerging with it. Ian dodges a tackle. Pass deflected. Won by White. Tyson settles the ball down, clears it out of the defensive third. Ball loose. White will get there first. Owen challenging. Ball gets through midfield. And it will go all the way back to Josh, who's waiting at the top of his box. Drop kicks it to the left-hand side. Jason brings the ball down, hits it back over to Tommy. Tommy plays the ball back over to Henry. Henry to Ian. Ian lets the ball roll, taking the advantage, gets the ball intended for Jason, goes off of the foot of the White player. It'll be blue throw-in at midfield. Couple of substitutes, Jace and Teddy coming on, Tyson and Jake coming off. Oh, there was a foul earlier. So Henry plays the ball over to Teddy. Teddy at the bottom of the circle, plays it up over to Ian. Ian cuts back to his left-hand side, then back over to the right, gets the ball over to Jace. Jace cuts to the left, back into the center, plays it up, trying to get over to Kriyan. Kriyan over to Ian. Ian at the top of his attacking third, lays it off over the right-hand side, trying to get over to Zack. Cleared out by White. Headed down, and that will roll out of bounds. It will be blue throw-in. Tommy looking to make quick work, throws it down the left-hand line over to Jason. No, out of bounds by White. Thrown into Ian from Tommy. Ball back at Tommy's feet, down the left-hand side over to Jason. And ball cleared out by White. It'll be blue throw-in deep in their attacking third on the left-hand side. Tommy to Miles to Owen. Owen cuts to the left, down by the corner flag. Corner kick awarded to City. And it looks like Owen will be taking the kick. Jason staying short. Ball to Ian, chested over, and picked up by the keeper. And here comes a counterattack drop kick from the right-hand side. Tommy will be the first City defender to get there. He gets a toe on it, kicked out of bounds. It'll be White throw-in. White with the throw-in, headed out by Ian. Tommy keeps it in bounds. White recovers. No, Owen gets the ball. Owen to Henry, boots it up with his right foot, chested down by White, and Kriyan is there first. He gets it. No, almost to Miles. Ball reset by White over on the right-hand side. Jason challenging for the ball, dislodged by Owen. Tommy cleans up the trash on the left-hand side. Miles challenging, and ooh, that was a high kick, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be blue throw-in. Tommy down to Jason. Jason to Henry to Ian. Ian swings it to the far right-hand side over to Zach, who's been busy today. Cuts over to the right, lays it off over to Jace. Jace down near the baseline, looking to cross it up. Oh, almost headed by Miles. Yeeted out over to the left-hand side. That was a beautiful pass from Zach. Kriyan on defense now. Kriyan trying to slow things down. Ball kicked up and guarded by Teddy. Josh was able to get that ball at the feet of Kriyan to Ian. Ian under trouble. Turning to the left-hand side, gets it to Henry. Henry slows it down, cuts back, dispossessed. White will recover. White plays it up in the center. Teddy to Henry. Henry plays it left to Ian. Ian to Kriyan in the center. Kriyan over to the left-hand side. Intercepted by White. Teddy chasing the ball. And he laid it off to Josh in front of a player. Super dangerous. White settles the ball down. Tommy dislodges the ball. White will recover. Owen on defense. Owen dislodges the ball. Jason challenging. White wins. White down the right-hand line. Turns it down the right corner. And it rolls out of bounds. It'll be blue throw-in, top of their defensive third, left-hand side. Ball put into play to Henry. Henry boots it up to the far right-hand side, trying to get to Zach. White gets there first. Second bounce, Ian to Kriyan. Kriyan to Miles, trying to get it over to Ian, recovered by White. Miles challenging for the ball. Miles slows him down. Ball still in the ground. Miles causing chaos, and a no foul called, advantage given to White. Ball over on the right-hand side. White has the opportunity to cross it. Here's the cross on the ground in front of Ian, who pops it up. Second bounce, Kriyan. Kriyan gets a toe on it. White will maintain possession. White moving into the center. Jace slows the ball down. Ball crossed over, and it goes just wide left. And it will be goal kick for City.
And a hydration break, sponsored by FIFA.
And a hydration break, sponsored by FIFA.
I figured I need to get my small punch in for them.
You should.
Bien. Porque le toca mucho más calor en un par de horas.
Ball back into play. Josh kicks it high to the right-hand side over to Zack. Zack brings the ball down just at midfield. Plays it over to Jace. Pass intercepted. It rolls out of bounds. It'll be blue throw-in. Ball played. Thrown down to White. Played into the center. Owen wins the tackle. No foul called. Owen on the right-hand side lays it up over to Miles. Miles dispossessed. And Zack will pick it up. Zack to Kriyan, to Jace. Down the line over to Zack. Kicked up and cleared out. Kriyan with a block. White still in their defensive third. Jace challenging. Ball up down the left-hand side for White now. White kicks it up on the left. Teddy scrambling to get back. Ball placed more into the center. Swung over to the far right-hand side. City getting back into their defensive shape. White attacking from the right. Tommy with a nice, I don't know what you call that. I guess a hit. Using his body. White throw-in. That was Henry who brought the ball down. White looking to cross it into the box, sliding in. Shot blocked again. Shot blocked again by Jace. Cleared about by Owen. Miles.
Go on, Jay!
Let's go, Miles! Oh, Miles!
You're backing it up.
Ian. No. Couple of subs. Abe coming on. Owen coming off. And it looks like Fetty is coming on. Zack coming off. Kicked up by Ian, brought down by White. Fetty challenging. Ian recovers the ball, gets it to Henry. Henry to Teddy. Teddy plays it on the right-hand side to the feet. Oh, slipped up. That was Jace winning the ball back. Dispossessed by White, though. White in the middle. Challenged by Teddy. Ball loose, and it looks like Tommy, no, Jason gets the ball up to Tommy. Tommy on the left-hand side. Tommy being edged out, and White clears it out deep from their defensive third on the right-hand side. It'll be blue throw-in. Jason to Ian. Ian to Abe. Abe dispossessed. And that ball goes out of bounds off of Jason. It'll be White throw-in. White throws the ball back. Miles putting pressure. Ball will roll all the way to the keeper. Miles again pressuring. Fetty pressuring. Fetty with the tackle. Try to get it over to Miles. It was kicked out of bounds by White. It'll be blue throw-in deep in the attacking third. Jace looking to throw the ball in to Fetty. Fetty back over to Jace. Jace to Fetty. Fetty tried to cross and not there. Miles challenges. Ball gets through for White. Teddy puts it back up. Miles and Fetty. Fetty wins the battle. Fetty on the right-hand side, turning over to the right. No foul called. Moves over to the right-hand side, trying to cut over to the left. Look at a cross. Deflected, bounce, and it'll be a corner kick for City. Abe taking the corner, taking the corner kick. 3 steps, ball crossed over the heads, and Ian hustling to chase that ball down before it goes out. Can't get there, it'll be White throwing. White, 2 subs coming on. Sliding in there, Tommy emerges with the ball, gets it to Teddy. Teddy safely plays it back to Josh. Josh gets it to Ian. Ian settles it, turns to his left, plays it back to Henry. Henry with his right foot plays it in the center to Kriyan. Kriyan settles it down with his right foot, plays the ball back over to Teddy. Teddy down the right channel, stopped by Blue. Kriyan centers the ball, gives it over to Feddy. Feddy plays down the right channel over to Jace, who's cut off by White. Feddy in the center over to Miles. Miles just outside the box gives it over to Feddy. Feddy crosses the ball in, and White will be able to clear the ball out just over Ian's head. White cleared up by Josh. Over the head, and it will go all the way to their keeper. Out of bounds, who kicks it, it'll be Blue throwing. Jace to Miles, back to Jace. Jace puts it up high in the center, headed away by White. Ian challenges, shoots, and that shot was sponsored by Delta Airlines. Not what he had dreamt up there. It'll be goal kick for White. Ball back into play for White. Abe challenging, ball gets away. Right hand side, bottom of the middle third. Ball played up over to Henry, who stops it, dispossessed. Tommy challenging White with the ball. White plays it down the right flank. White has the edge. White turning in, trying to cross. Down on the ground, stopped by Ian. Follow through by White. Tommy challenging. White will maintain possession. They place it more into the center. Jason emerges with the ball, gets it away from White. Jason smartly clears the ball up to midfield, headed back pass. We're looking for Miles to run through. And that ball is going to be played into the center by White. Feddy dispossesses. Feddy beats the sliding tackle. Feddy inside the box, plays it over to Miles. Miles, oh, Abe. Not enough. And diving in there, it'll be White jumping on the ball. There seems to be an injured player down. White ball. Over the right-hand side, headed back by White. It will roll out of bounds. It'll be Blue, Blue throwing. Maybe it's White throwing. Yes, White throwing. Ball thrown into the center. Ian dislodges the ball, unable to control it. Tommy, same. And Henry causes confusion. Miles going in there. Abe gets a toe on it. Abe fouled, I think. Yes. Ian plays the ball over to the left-hand side over to Tommy. Tommy plays it down the left flank even more to Jason. Jason dispossessed against the left line. Tommy gets a toe on it. White emerges with the ball on the right-hand side now. Stopped by Henry. Henry to Teddy. Teddy to Henry. White now on the counter-attack. Ball crossed over into the center, into the arms of Josh. Ball rolled out over to Kriyan. Kriyan cuts back.
Jake.
And it looks like a foul was called against White, so it'll be a free kick for City. Ball played on the ground, 1-2 to Kriyan sliding. Ooh, that might have been all ankle. Kriyan with the ball. Miles to Ian. Ian to the left-hand side to Jason. Keeps it in bounds. Kicked and deflected off of White. It'll be blue throw-in. And it looks like there'll be a pause and play here as the coaches come out. Jason throwing the ball in.
Over there.
Throws it down the line to Miles. Miles gets it to Tommy.
Okay.
And that ball rolls out of bounds. The call is corner kick. Abe will be taking the corner. Abe gives us a signal, 3 steps, crossed up high, brought down by Teddy, cleared by White. Jace, 2 headers. Tommy, 2nd header, ooh. And play stopped.
Hurry! This kid is the 2nd time.
Teddy, bouncing ball, it goes in. Holy smokes. Oh, sorry I didn't get that on camera.
Good job.
Teddy from the bottom of the circle, bouncing over the keeper. Kickoff. White tries to return the favor, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be goal kick for White. Kicked up over to the left-hand side, over Tommy's head.
Okay, you guys have a great rest of your morning.
And that is the game. The score ending 2-1.